guys, I am going to talk a little bit about, I guess, some various games, maybe pros and cons, and you'll get the picture. Maybe I'll get it sorted out what it is I'm trying to say. So, one of the most popular games, clearly, probably the most popular pool game in the country, especially among like beginners, is 8 ball. I heard this from Corey Deuel. I don't know who said it originally. It probably wasn't Corey, but he said 8 ball is the only game that gets harder the longer you play. The more balls you make, it's harder the more balls you make. I thought that was interesting and maybe fairly true in a lot of cases, because you're usually not start out with an awful lot of choices in 8 ball, but they get whittled down, and you still have your opponents blocking balls out there. I also hear people talk about 8 ball and kind of complaining about the sheer number of choices that you get. You shoot any ball in your sim, depending on difficulty and layout and all that, but you have a lot of choices. The more balls you make, the fewer choices you have, but still, you have a lot to start out with. Another very popular game, clearly, is 9 ball. The biggest complaint by far that I've ever heard about 9 ball is that it's too easy and it holds your hand. You must shoot the 1. Now you must shoot the 2. Now you must shoot the 3. It tells you what to shoot. It's not as easy as, I guess, maybe some of the more snobbish players like to make it out to be. But it does tell you what to shoot, what to shoot, what to shoot. 10 ball kind of the same way, except it's weird how that one extra ball, it makes it way harder to make a ball in a break. And you don't get that extra ball's worth of extra clusters. It's like you get triple the clusters that you would get in 9 ball. You add a ball, make it 10 ball, you get triple the cluster. Very weird. Oh my gosh. I guess nobody plays it anymore, but I like straight pool. Awful lot of choices in straight pool. Awful lot of clusters in straight pool. And then you get down to the very end, you have to start worrying about your key ball and your break ball, things like that. Straight pool is a little bit unique too in that there's so much pressure because you can lose even a 150-point game. That's your match. I think most, at least most, maybe all of the street pool matches I've ever seen have been one game. One game to 125, one game to 150, whatever it is. And the guy can miss, the other guy can just run 150 out. The guy can make a bad break, and the other guy can run 150 in and out. I've seen this stuff. It's on YouTube. That's got to be just a special kind of pressure. But it's very good for working on concentration and such, that's for sure. A game that I was recently reminded of, which I don't think is a real game, just more like a practice exercise. That's what I've been doing here. Nobody's noticed yet. I'm shooting the balls in color. I just shot the other green ball. Now I'm going to shoot this one. Then I've got to play shape for another color pair. In this case, I'm probably going to play for the 5, orange 5, and then the orange 13. I could go if the layout was different, I could go 13 and then 5. You just have to have the color pair has to match up. And I like this because to me it seems like halfway between the hand holding of 9-ball and the too many choices of like 8-ball. I mean, I do have choices. I can pick any pair I want, and then I have a choice within that pair which one I'm going to shoot. But that's what I have. I knew that when I threw these balls out that yellow pair was going to be a problem. And it absolutely is, so I'm not going to shoot it yet. This is definitely a problem zone here. I don't think I can hold to that ball. I don't know. What do you do here? This is like the third time in my life that I think I've ever done this. Well, third time in the last 30 years. Now, I know I have to shoot 13. Right now, I don't have a choice because I just made the 5. Then I've just got to pick another pair. I can get shape on the 10. And then the 2, but the 2 won't go here. 2 won't go there. It'll go here. And then when I play shape, I don't want to be overthinking stuff. Is one of my big problems. Is trying to plan out what I'm going to do, and then if I don't get shape to do that, then I have to plan out what I'm going to do every time, and it's always a little bit naggy. I do like to reevaluate after every shot, but I don't want to commit myself, mentally to getting shape on something that is a little bit iffy for me. I may not get shape on either the 2 or the 10. I might be better off going for the 7. And maybe that's what I'm going to do. We're going to pretend that I made that. You have to use your imagination a lot on this channel. And karma had me leave myself almost straight in. But I could bank the 15. I'll shoot the 7. I think pretty clearly I'm going to shoot the 7. And this is probably going to be the end of my little experiment right here. I'm probably going to miss the 7 trying to get shape for the 15. That's probably what's going to happen. We'll see how accurate my predictions of the future are. Now I got shape. I certainly wouldn't call it good shape. But there we go. You guys kind of get the picture. I'm liking this. Probably mostly because it's different. But I have had a problem at times with the hand holding of 9-ball, or the too many choices in 8-ball. If the table is wide open in 8-ball, like saying on a 4.5 by 9 table, 8-ball, the top players are never ever going to miss. If there are no clusters to break up or anything, they're just never going to miss. They have too many choices, and they're too good at picking the right choice. Maybe give them something like this. So what I'm supposed to do here is, obviously I have to shoot the 15, and then it's either going to be the 1 or the 9, or the 1 or the 10. I would like to get shape for the 1 next. The 1 will go up here. But if not, once I've eliminated all the pairs, then just shoot the 8. You guys probably figured that out. I might even miss this shot because I have to make sure I don't get, I've called it before, split brain syndrome. I would like to get shape on this 1. I would like to go across the table right here and get shape on the 1 up here. I don't want to get split brain syndrome though, and forget about the important part, which is make the 15. If I make the 15, I'm probably going to get shape on something, either a blue ball or a yellow ball. But I just can't lose track of that. That's got to be my primary goal. and I can't be going and stressing out and using really any part of my brain on trying to get shape, because that shot was tough enough anyway. I wanted to get shape on the one. That's what I said. Now that I got shape on the one, I should be shooting it, and I think I am going to shoot it. But I did want to just come and at least look at the 10. I'm pretty straight in on the 10. I'm also pretty straight in on the 1, but I think I can shoot it hard enough to bounce out with the 9. I think. And I can. Now what? Getting down to the nitty gritty. I already missed a shot, so this is not a run or whatever. I already missed a shot. That should take a little bit of pressure off of me, right? You're not supposed to miss on YouTube. Watch other channels. They hardly ever miss. They're too good. I'm just normal. Yeah, my best thing to do right here, because I'm not entirely sure about the speed. You're just trying to put the cue ball 2 rails like down in here. Get shape it. Either the 2 in this corner or the 10 in that corner. I think that's what I'm looking at here. Again, I'm not really sure of the speed that this cue ball is going to have. And the 2 won't go in this side. So I definitely need to go past that point. Tried really hard to miss that, didn't I? What do the British say? The British people say, they say that ball just about went in. Hurts my brain. But that's what they would have said. If there had been a British announcer, he would have said, that ball just about went in. When what he meant was it just barely went in. See, I was just going to say something funny. And I was thinking about that. I was going to say King Charles hadn't replied to my mail yet, asking him to change the language. Wasn't even that damn funny, was it? But I was still thinking about it. Never supposed to think about stuff in the middle of a shot. That's one of my rules to myself. Especially when the arm starts moving forward on that final stroke. Don't be thinking about anything. A lot of styles I don't even like to think on that final backswing. I like to try to give everything over to my inner pool player. I have an issue. I'm going to do another video about this kind of thing, but this will just be a teaser of one part. I have an issue where if I'm elevated at all, I'll almost invariably, if I miss, will miss to the left. So, in other words, if I elevate and shoot this 2, it's more often than not, if I miss, it's going to go here and not here. So I kind of have to try to fool myself sometimes. And I'm going to elevate. I'm going to elevate just to demonstrate this. I could shoot this to the level here, but I'm going to aim to here because I'm going to be elevated. It does something to my eye alignment over the cue or something. Not 100% sure what. And then every now and then I do get annoyed because I put the ball right where I aimed it. In other words, I missed to the right because that's where I was aiming. It doesn't happen often enough. I have to lie to myself. On shots like this, I have to cut the ball. I have to believe I'm cutting the ball to the right. I'm going to miss to the right, but a lot of times it'll go right in the hole. It's like that because of whatever is going on when I elevate. My eyes are getting out of kilter or something. I'm going to do a whole video about that kind of thing because I do lie to myself a lot when I play. I don't like that, and I'll get into that when I do the other video and why I don't like it. Well, that wasn't too shitty. This shot was kind of hard. I shouldn't have missed it. Shouldn't have missed that stupid 10 down there. But I did. Oh well. This recording is back to 60 frames per second. This is the 60 FPS camera. I've been playing a lot with DaVinci Resolve and the audio settings. I think I can make the audio from this camera bearable. If not, I've got the older camera down below, and it is also recording. So I don't know which one's going to go to YouTube right now, which audio is going to go to YouTube. I know the footage is going to be, the footage you're seeing here. The audio isn't super important. I don't dance or sing or anything. I just stand here and talk, but I do want to be understood, especially when I'm at the other end of the table, maybe looking aside or something. So, we will just see if it works, if my DaVinci Resolve tweaks and stuff to make this upper audio useful. Maybe I'll put that in the comments, just in case anybody's curious. I'll put like in the description of the video where the audio is coming from. And I'll do that. If I remember. I probably will. Alright. Thanks, guys.